There are many things that lower self-esteem. Some of them might seem harmless, but they do more harm than good in the long term. Learn to notice them so you stop doing them in the future. The following are the most common things that lower self-esteem. Comparing yourself with others. A lot of unnecessary suffering comes when you constantly contrast how you are doing compared with others. This may trigger all sorts of emotions, both positive and negative, but in the end it's a waste of time. It's an unnecessary practice because other people are at the same time better and worse than you. It's just a matter of determining in which context this is the case. For example, someone might be worse than you at earning money, but he will surpass you at physical activities. So it's unfair and incorrect for you to consider yourself superior to this person. You are superior to him in one context while he surpasses you in another context. Instead of comparing yourself with others, focus on developing your skills and achieving your goals. Set goals for yourself that do not depend on how other people are doing and simply accomplish them one by one. Trying too hard to climb social ladders. We humans are social animals, which means that we are part of many social hierarchies. We like to go beyond others in order to reach a higher level of results and privileges. This human tendency can go too far when we believe in the power of the ladders. We invest so much our emotions into those hierarchical structures that we consider them more valuable than ourselves. This makes us insecure and prone to feelings of inferiority and shame. For example, if most people we know go on expensive vacations, we may feel inferior if we don't do as they do. High self-esteem people go on vacations for themselves and not to keep up with other people. They may try a new idea or activity because other people are doing them, but not in the spirit of competing with others. Putting people down. When you try to belittle people and make them feel inferior, you might feel good while doing it. But over time, you will start to seek these behaviors more and more until you demand other people to feel inferior around you. This type of behavior is quite socially corrosive, and it requires that you keep punishing others in order to maintain your good feelings about yourself. Instead, you should find the good feelings inside yourself. Those feelings shouldn't depend upon the suffering of other people. You should genuinely appreciate and like yourself regardless of how superior or inferior you view others. Losing at something, being put down, being bullied, and other abusive behaviors. Most people, when they are treated with disrespect, feel negative emotions about themselves. In contrast, high self-esteem people aren't so much affected by the negative comments of others. They view others as being separate from themselves. This makes them almost immune to the negative feedback of others. Following too strictly external rules. When you do your best to follow too strictly external rules, you are going to control yourself in order to be able to follow them. This will make your self-esteem more and more dependent on you follow those rules. Once following them do not give you the results you seek, or you do not feel that you have control over the external environment, your emotions will depend more and more on keeping those rules in place or on getting rid of them. High self-esteem people follow rules as long as they work. They have an easy time letting go of them. They simply replace them gradually with other rules that prove themselves to work well in practice. Engaging too often in manipulative behaviors. People who are too manipulative tend to not be honest with themselves. The more manipulative with others you are, the more manipulative and insidious with yourself you will also tend to become. There are very few highly manipulative people who are honest with themselves. When you are not honest with yourself, you will start making mistakes because your perception will feed you lies. So you will act based on those lies, and the more you keep at it, the more mistakes you are going to make. Failing at your goals on a continual basis. The more you fail based on your standards, the less you will trust yourself, which will lead to feeling negative emotions towards yourself. Instead of setting high standards and keep failing at them, is best if you start small and work your way up to bigger results. Remove the above things that lower self-esteem from your life. You will live a higher quality life and you will enjoy your life so much more.